Rob, do you have the clip of the Shahed drone? There's this one video that I saw. I'll send it to you.
I have it.
Which, do you have okay, play this clip about these Shahed drones, right? If you watch something like this, go ahead, Rob.
Did you know why the Shahed 136 drone is so deadly? It's just 11 feet long with an 8-foot wingspan, but it carries a 40-kilogram warhead and can fly over 1,800 kilometers to strike with deadly precision. The engine, loud and rough. It's not stealthy, you hear it coming. But can you stop it? It costs just $20,000, but taking it down can cost anywhere from $400,000 to $4 million. That's like trying to stop a bicycle with a Lamborghini. Did you know why the
Shahed... right there. So at the beginning, like right now, you know, you're looking at Russia and Ukraine. We were having this conversation somewhat last night, Tom, at dinner, is if they're using $20,000 drones, and to take them down, they have to use $400,000 to a few $1 million to take them down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if these guys continue to make these and they're accelerating, do you think Trump's team is realizing, like, whatever they do, this has to be like a Mike Tyson first-round knockout type of a fight, not something that can be dragged out to 8th, 9th round like a Buster Douglas, not saying that they're going to win the war, but to them winning the war is, if the IRGC is still in business 6 months from now, that to me is winning the war. No? If IRGC is still around, would you not say that they won?
They won. Yeah, of course.
Do you understand what I'm saying
100%.
to you? If they're still around and they're still running the show, that's not a good look. So for them, when you see this back and forth with the drones that they have, do you think U.S. has to do this very quickly? Because if they don't do it really quickly, China's going to get involved and do something. You don't have a long time. I think this is like you have to make sure you get
the
this
window.
very quickly.
The window is very, very small.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact, Tom, you made a great point. I remember the video that we played on Monday of the Navy going, everybody get out. It's closed. First of all, we're dominating. We've sunk the majority of their naval fleet. Whoever that guy is, he's probably dead. Well, how long do you think, Tom?
Turned off radar and any aircraft.
Turned off radar and everything. And
so what's closing the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, who's running the
Drones?
show? Yeah, if we're bombing and we're doing it, I think, Pat, that's a great point. Get it over with. Destroy them all, because if we're going to win, we need to win fast, and then who's going to control the Strait of Hormuz?
Two points here. So I was reading last night, they said, who really closed the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah.
Lloyd's of London. Because Lloyd's panicked and said none of your insurance is good. So did Lloyd's of London effectively close the Strait of Hormuz? Because a lot of these boats aren't moving because they don't have insurance. They're not
did you
insured.
hear what Trump did?
But then
Trump came
said,
in and basically said, I'm going to insure everybody. Nothing. Lloyd's of London has been the greatest insurance marketplace for, you know, commercial insurance and all types of insurance
specialty underwriting
in the world. And did they not move out and basically reposition themselves out of this situation? And Trump shows up and goes, no, I'll insure you. It's kind of like how we talk about in California. There's all the insurance companies are leaving. All the insurance companies are leaving. And if Trump showed up and he's like, yeah, if you want to buy a house, I got you. I'll do the insurance. So essentially telling all the countries, keep doing business. Business will not stop. Is this his tweet? Effective immediately. I've ordered the United States Development and Finance Corporation to provide a very reasonable price, political risk, insurance, and guarantees for the financial security of all maritime trade, especially energy traveling through the Gulf, the Persian Gulf. This will be available to all shipping lines. If necessary, the United States Navy will begin escorting tankers through the Strait of Hormuz. Bingo. He said the free flow of energy to the world. The United States economic and military might is the greatest on earth.
It takes a minute to get that paper done, right? So you got to wait till you get the paper done. But to Pat's point, the other thing I read, I don't know if you have Jane's Military. There's a Jane's analyst that says, in modern warfare, the big power on a concentrated attack, you're dead and you're dead fast. But when wars get wider and longer, the big power has trouble with it. That's what happened to Russia in Ukraine. They suddenly were fighting on 4 or 5 different locations. Number one. Number two, if this goes wider, then it becomes more difficult. And the drones, this is why I think they're making announcements about laser weapons and everything, because they can't depend on Patriots. You know what the Patriot missile was? When we first heard about the Patriot missiles, when we heard about Iraqi with the Scuds, they had Scud missiles that were marginally accurate, but if they landed on you, they were big and they made tremendous damage, but they were conventional. And so Patriot missiles would shoot them down over some area before it reached a target. So the interceptors this is exactly right. You have to shoot down, a bicycle with a Lamborghini. That's why the advanced weaponry is important to go knock them down out of the sky first. But the wider and longer it gets, Pat, that favors the one you've attacked. And that's exactly what happened in Ukraine.
I want to show this interview of the foreign minister of Iran, okay? And I want you to judge him by his confidence and his poise or the lack of. This was a great interview. I watched the whole thing. It's very well done by whoever the interviewer is from NBC. He did a great job. He's asking, what do you think about the potential of a ground invasion? And here's how he reacts. Go ahead.
Ruled out boots on the ground in Iran. Are you afraid of a U.S. invasion in your country?
No, we are waiting for them.
You are waiting for the U.S. military to invade, the ground troops?
Yes, because we are confident that we can confront them, and that would be a big disaster for them.
Okay.
So you're saying that Iran is ready and willing to take on the U.S. military if there were to be ground troops?
Well, we were ready for this war even more than the previous war. So you can see, the quality of our missiles, how much they are upgraded after the last war, because we learned lots of lessons. And we are prepared for any other eventuality, even, a ground invasion. So our soldiers are prepared for any scenario. When I said that we are waiting for them, it didn't mean that we are waiting for continuation of the war. No, but we have prepared ourselves to confront with any scenario, with any eventuality, any possibility, and we know that we can handle that.
President Trump has not ruled out.
Is that just acting tough? What do you think about when you hear that?
He looks somewhat confident. His blink rate doesn't go up. It doesn't appear that he's in a stressed physical posture. He either believes what he's saying and he's wrong, or he believes what he's saying and there's something there.
Adam.
That is the most delusional leader I've ever seen. So it's kind of like point at the scoreboard. You're winning 100-4, and the team with the 4 is like, we got them right where we want them. I'm telling you right now. Dude, they just decapitated your supreme leader and all your military generals. Everyone showed up to this meeting on Shabbat when Israel doesn't and America doesn't wage war. And they sat in a room like idiots, and they all got destroyed. The whole world is looking at Iran now, crumbling. The regime is falling, and they have the notion to be like, we got them right where we want them. You know what this reminds me of? You ever see these girls on like the Whatever podcast? Have you ever seen it? The girl's a disgusting, sloppy girl. And you go, rate yourself 1 through 10. She's like, I'm a 10, when she's clearly a 1. And it's so completely delusional. And everybody is going like, yeah, you're a 10. You got this, honey. When Iran is crumbling, their leader got killed. Meanwhile, who is this guy?
Foreign minister.
Some spokesperson, forest minister.
He's been around.
This is all part of our plan. We wanted our leader to get killed. This is all part of our plan. It's either lying or it's delusion or it's a little bit of both.
Is he on the list? Is this guy somebody that we would be wanting to target? Because if we want him, he's gone. So the fact that we've been letting him speak and he's still talking this nonsense, I think he has to do that. Because guess what? Number one, he's not going to go fight. But number two, has anybody here ever heard of how amazing the Iranian ground troop army? No, I haven't heard none of that. He has to do that. Imagine that guy panicking. Then what does the army do? Because the army is looking up to him, right? Because who else is? All the generals are dead. So I think he has to do it. But mind you, how petrified do you think that guy is? With United States, with Israel's backing over there, wherever he is, they know where he is. Any bunker, wherever he's at, they know. So if they want him gone, to me they're keeping him alive.
What's your opinion on a guy like this who's
Minister of
clearly
Foreign Affairs,
either lying or delusional?
So he's got a mistress in Egypt.
Well, to be in a position and have a job like this, you have to be delusional. Half your job is, Trump is sometimes delusional. When he's at the State of the Union giving a message and you're watching him saying, he just lost Supreme Court to tariffs, they're about to attack Iran, and he's talking to saying, it's the greatest economy, this is the greatest country ever. A little bit of you need that to make a position like this because you can handle the pressure. So that means he's got it. But by the way, what's crazy is any minute we can report that he got killed.
Yes.
You realize that? Any minute we can say he got killed, then who's the next guy? Who's the next guy that's going to come up and talk about this?
It's also the equivalent of Caroline Leavitt getting up there at the as the press secretary, and Trump was just murdered. Our entire cabinet is gone. We're losing the war. And she goes, America's greater than ever. So it's not even Trump saying this. I understand what you're saying exactly. The State of the Union. The State of the Union is, you're going to say the State of the Union is strong. This is the press secretary just lying to everybody, and everybody knows it. So it's a little bit different. I totally understand what you're saying.
If you read Art of War, what is the most basic rule of Art of War? Act small when you're big, act big when you're small. You know, you have to kind of act
Deceive
like
the
when you have
enemy.
nothing you have going on, you have to make them believe that you have a lot of stuff going on. So they're probably reading the third grade version of Art of War, and maybe they're kind of using that to be like, hey, maybe empezare son su. And has arte
the enemy's
war.
making a mistake, get out of their way. If this were a poker game and he's bluffing, what hand does United States and Israel and our allies have?
Let me put it to you this way.
And what does Iran
have? Let me
have?
Gang, you guys heard, I think there's a massive leadership taking place at the Trump Doral. Trump even yesterday said, hey, go to Trump Doral. And guess what? We're holding our annual sales leadership summit that we do once a year at the Trump Doral, March 25th through the 27th. If you're somebody that runs a business $1 million or higher and you got 5 salespeople, this may be the right event for you when you want to watch this video. Go ahead, Rob.
There are 3 different types of sales leaders I've worked with the last 20 years. One of them are those that are a boss, that are telling you what to do. One of them is the one that wants to be your friend. He wants to say, hey, Johnny, let me help you get to this next level. And then the other one is the leader that's sitting down with you, accountable, challenge, pushing you. You can do more, expectation, business planning. Each one of them has pros and blind spots. Once a year, I host an event called the Sales Leadership Summit. This year, we're doing it at the beautiful Trump Doral, March 25th through the 27th, where we talk about topics like this, 200 plus pages in a manual with people from around the world. You have to do a minimum of $1 million a year and 5 salespeople to qualify to attend this. So if you're someone that's watching and saying, I think I'm like a boss, I think I'm like a friend, I think I'm a leader, I want to find my blind spots, click on a link below, fill out the information. One of our consultants will get a hold of you.
Beautiful. Click on the link below or go to that QR code. We talk about a lot of different things. 200-page manual on how we took a business from 0 to 60,000 agents and eventually sold it for $250 million. If you're somebody that's running a business, sales team, and you want to find strategies to accelerate your growth going into 2027, do not miss Sales Leadership Summit.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.